Chapter 8. When he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. Then I saw another angel. Chapter 8. Chapter 8. When he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. And I saw 7 angels standing before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. And I saw another angel, having a golden censer, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. Then the smoke of the incense with the prayer of the saints ascended before God from the angel's hand. Then the angel took the censer and filled it with fire from the altar and threw it into the earth, and there were noises, thunderings, lightnings, and earthquake. So the 7 angels by the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and hail and fire followed, mingled with blood. And they were thrown into the sea, and they were thrown into the earth. And a third of the trees were burned up, and all the green grass were burned up. Then the second angel sounded, and something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea. And a third of the sea became blood, and the third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. Then the third angel sounded, and a great star fell from heaven, and it was thrown into the third of the rivers and springs of waters. The name of the star was Wormwood. And a third of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the water because it was made bitter. Then the fourth angel sounded, and a third of the sun was struck, and a third of the moon, and a third of the stars. So a third of them were darkened. So a third of the day did not shine, and likewise the night. Then I looked, and I heard an angel flying in the midst of heaven, and crying with a loud voice, saying, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because of the remaining blast of the trumpets of the 3 angels were about to sound.